going on YouTube? How are you guys doing today? I'm Wish You Luck, your host, obviously, of this channel. Just wanted to give a special shout out to all you guys. We hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, and that's something I don't think I would have ever done. The day I started my YouTube, I never really had intentions of it growing. I just wanted to put, my cool videos and stuff from stream somewhere, and then I started YouTube, and 10,000 subscribers later, here we are. So thank you guys, first off. Today's video, as I sip on this delicious coffee here, is going to be about the Bungie update. For those that are unaware, yesterday we received a live stream on Twitch TV/Bungie, where they went over these Crucible changes that were going to be implemented in Tuesday of next week, so April 12th. Now, a lot of things are changed. A lot of things were left unchanged. A lot of things I'm happy about. A lot of things I'm not happy about. I'm just going to highlight the big things. I'm not going to go too into detail like other streamers have. Other streamers, sit there and break down every single thing that got changed. I'm just going to highlight some things, go over why I think it's good or bad. And this video is primarily being made because I know already that the next time I stream, 50 million people are going to ask me, Wish, what are your thoughts of the update? Now I can just be like, yo, YouTube, go watch it. Alright, so let's get into it. So the first thing Bungie covered was revives. I think this is huge. How many times have we lost Trials of Osiris games because Warlocks were spam reviving each other? It is the worst, the most annoying thing that could happen is running into 3 Sunsingers and they're all just quick resing each other. Oh my god. They slowed revives down, as you can see on your screen, from 5 seconds to 7 seconds. And then they also lengthened the animation of reviving someone. So normally with quick res, it would be almost like an instant res. Well, they added 2 seconds to that. And it's so slower to the point where you can't sprint past someone and revive them. That's no longer a thing. So you'll no longer see people sprinting to their teammates and holding down their X button and then continuing to run. That's not going to be a thing anymore. Also, you have to be closer to your teammates to be able to revive them. So no longer getting those ridiculous revives from crouching in a corner and the guy died in a doorway or something on Asylum. We all know what I'm talking about there. I don't really care about the weekly quests. Shaq's Gears 335, cool. Iron Banner, blah blah blah. Trials of Osiris, this is pretty cool. Trials of Osiris bounties, they drop up to 330 light gear. We all know the light level is increasing to 335, but now armor and not only weapons but also armor can drop from the Trials of Osiris flawless chest, which I think is something that should have been there from the get-go. A lot of people in Bungie keep saying Trials, before this patch, Trials of Osiris can grant endgame gear, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, it can drop up to 310. That isn't endgame. Endgame is 320. So we finally have been revamped to be able to get endgame gear in PvP. Thank the Lord. Everyone raise your kappas. That's just a great feeling. Knowing that I can play Trials of Osiris and get 335 gear feels really good, man. Feels good, man. Weapons got changed. Doctrines of Passing archetype got nerfed. Suros Regime archetype got buffed. Pulse Rifles low rate of fire got buffed. Super slow shooting pulse rifles like the spare change and whatnot got buffed. Hand cannons got more reserve ammo, so you don't run out of. A lot of the time you're using a last word, and if you're on a 10 kill streak, you'll see that you run out of ammo. That won't happen anymore. Or won't happen as often. Fusion rifles. Holy shit. Okay, if anyone was watching the live stream, those fusion rifles they were using were ridiculous. I think the guy was using a Thiessen and a Susano. Guys, those things shoot really far. They shoot really far now. So be on the lookout for more fusion rifles in the Crucible. Snipers got some weird nerfs. I don't think anyone was calling for a sniper nerf, but Bungie's reasoning behind it was, well, the 1,000-yard stare is the most used gun in the history of Destiny ever. Period. My name is Deej from Bungie. And so they nerfed him. But I don't think Bungie realizes the only reason why 1,000-Yard Stare has such a high usage rate, and obviously there are multiple reasons, but the only reason, in my opinion, is one, there's a quest version that is very good. Two, the aim assist value is very high. Three, it is the only sniper in year 2 that can shoot a super out of its super or a res out of its res. And there was another point. There was another reason, but I completely forgot. Bungie, while they were discussing the most used weapon in the history of Destiny, they said, we understand that there's a quest line for it, so that's probably why a lot of people are using it, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, no, you can't make that argument. There's a quest line for conspiracy theories. There's a quest line for Touch of Malice. There's a quest line for a lot of guns. You don't see them used as often because they're not as ridiculously strong as 1,000-Yard Stare with a max aim assist build. Having a 1,000-Yard Stare with short gaze, Army of One, quick draw or snapshot, and hidden hand, too many of those in the Crucible. Midas got reduced. The high caliber rounds in Mida was taken off. As we all know now, thank you Bungie, guns have hidden perks, so I really want to see what Reddit pulls up with all these hidden perks being on guns. I know we've had this in year 1. Thunderlord has like Firefly, Gallonhorn has proximity, Truth has tripod. There's a bunch of guns, exotics with hidden perks, but I would love to see if there's any more digging for exotic perks. I think there was a myth that Celestial Nighthawk had Icarus. Alright, moving forward. So this regime spinning up kicks in later, blah, blah, blah. Focus fire, yeah. Hawkmoon's going to be the meta. Hawkmoon has a base range increase, so it's going to be a much more consistent shot. I think this is going to make for very annoying battles because someone may proc 2 luck in the chamber shots and 2-tap you. Another guy might get 3 regular bullets and have to 3-tap you. But at the end of the day, you're never going to fucking know who's going to win the fight. If me and Pashi are shooting at each other's face and none of us miss shots, it's going to be up to RNG because if I proc luck in the chamber, I win. If he procs luck in the chamber, he wins. That's a really fucking stupid fight. Last word got reduced. That's just hilarious. You guys can't see what I'm seeing now. Sorry, I apologize. Last word reduced bonus damage from the last word perk, 50 body shot damage with a fair amount of drop off. So they nerfed the last word. I personally didn't see the reason for the last word nerf. I know it was good, but like my Hawksaw still shot at mid range. Thank God they didn't touch my Hawksaw. Oh, thank you, Bungie. Thorn is no longer a 3-tap to the body. It is a 4-tap to the body. However, the Thorn is still a 3-tap with a headshot. So I don't see the Thorn being like put away by a lot of players. I think Thorns will still be the sweat weapon. I think in Sweaties you'll see last word a lot less, and you'll see more Thorn Hawkmoon builds. Icebreaker, blah, 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 sidearms. You can no longer switch guns. This is a really good thing. You no longer can switch weapons after a death in Trials or Skirmish or whatever 3v3 playlist you're playing and get ammo from it. Thank you. We've been asking for that for a while. Less ammo in Special. Not that big of a deal. This is when it gets funny here, guys. This is when it gets really funny. So, Sunsingers. The Flame Shield armor was reduced, and how often you can get your Flame Shield was reduced. So I'm assuming like a tier 5 cooldown for Flame Shield is probably going to be like 35 or 40 seconds now. Tier 5 cooldown being if you have 300 strength on your Warlock, then you have the least amount of cooldown to get your ability back. I think they just lengthened that. If they only lengthened it from like 25 seconds, what it is now, to like 30 seconds, GG, it's not going to really do anything. Radiance, when you activate your super, doesn't last long. When you res with your super, when you res with Radiance, it doesn't last as long. It's not really a big a deal. But the big thing here, and you're going to see it all over YouTube and Twitch and Twitter, and this is what everyone was pissed off about. If you missed my tweets yesterday, go check out my Twitter. Firebolts and Viking Funeral were not adjusted, and Bungie's reasoning for this was, it would be too hard to adjust these club classes to make them balanced around a weaker Viking funeral. So Bungie basically said, fuck you guys. We don't know how to adjust this. So leave it the fuck alone. Yeah. I know. It's sad. Take a minute. Take a minute, guys. I'm going to go ahead and take a sip of this coffee real quick. Hold on. It's a really sad feeling to know that Bungie didn't touch Viking Funeral. One of the biggest issues in the Crucible at the moment is burning for 15 seconds or whatever the hell it is. I know 15 is over exaggerated. It's like 7 or 8 seconds, but that's a really long time. Stormcallers got nerfed. Transcendence doesn't last as long. Landfall doesn't blind enemies anymore, and you can't pop bubbles anymore with your landfall. Voidwalker got a little bit of a buff. Titans and Hunters weren't changed. There is a myth going around. I spoke to Blue Westlow. Triple Rec tweeted about it. Miss 5000 Watts tweeted and then deleted her tweet because I think maybe, she wasn't supposed to reveal the information. Shadestep glitch apparently is being fixed next Tuesday, April 14th, 2016. That is, for anyone watching this in like October of 2017. Hi, my name is Wish. I'm an idiot. But yeah, she leaked some information and deleted her tweets. Shadestep glitching is apparently fixed next Tuesday. That's really good. That's really freaking good. But now Sunsingers are inherently stronger because the insta counter for Sunsingers was Night Stalker. You hear a Sunsinger Radiance, you pop your bow at your feet. You see a Firebolt, you Shadestep. You see a Warlock pushing you, you Shadestep glitch into a shotgun pull out. Easy defense against Warlock, against like a Sunsinger. Now that's no longer a thing because Sunsingers can just melee you while you Shadestep and get Flame Shield and beat the dog shit out of you. So Sunsinger's got a buff from this update. Just to kind of touch on what I'm really feeling. I'm really worried. I'm really worried because Bungie doesn't have a good history in balancing things that are broken. They generally allow things to go on for a while and then they'll balance based off of a content release. So we had the 2-tap Thorn. 2-tap Thorn meaning 2 headshots in year 1 with a Thorn. The person would simply burn out. Yes, the gun was that obnoxious. 2 headshots with a Thorn in year 1 and you could watch that person burn out. Didn't have to even shoot back at him. And that lasted for 10 months, guys. Same goes for Rangefinder, Shot Package, Hammer Forge, Aggressive Ballistic Shotguns in year 1. Those guns were as broken as ever, and they lasted for 10 months. And I'm just really scared that, Viking Funeral and Firebolt not being adjusted means we're going to be seeing this until the next update, which means more and more months of Firebolts, which means a lot more frustration. There's just there's no other place for me to go with this. I'm obviously going to continue playing Destiny. Destiny is my home. The community has changed my life. But I just really hope Bungie becomes a much more proactive company rather than a reactive company. It seems that Bungie only does things based off statistics. And let me tell you right now, simply adjusting your game to statistics is a bad idea. Just because a lot of people use something doesn't mean it needs fixing. Maybe you should be buffing other guns. I think the Crucible getting slower and slower and slower every year essentially, isn't increasing our expectations with Bungie, nor is it making us happier. As a group, we want a Crucible where there's a decent skill gap. Year 1 had a pretty decent skill gap. Year 2 has almost no skill gap at all. And it's safe to say that if Bungie continues down this path, that the competitive side of Crucible will not be a thing ever. They should just change their competitive multiplayer description on Destiny to casual multiplayer. I'm wish you luck. That's going to do it for this video. Sorry for the 15-minute rant. I just thought a lot of people would be interested in hearing my opinions, as I am a PvPer with over 250,000 kills in the Crucible. And yeah, I'm wish you luck. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Once again, thank you so much for 10,000 subscribers. If you've reached the end of this video, pat yourself on the back for listening to my shitty voice for 15 minutes. Love you guys. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys either on Twitch or on Twitter or on YouTube. You guys know where to find me. One love. Later, guys.